A little bit of Counter-Strike. ESEA main here on the Endpoint TV channel. Of course, we've got Team Endpoint up against Valiance and Co. Should be quite a good matchup here. Mirage, pretty classic map in terms of, competitive Counter-Strike. You'd expect a lot of these teams to be reasonably well versed on it. Taking a look at the standings quickly so far, Team Endpoint are 3-3 at this point, and Valiance and Co are actually 7-0. So quite a formidable opponent this evening for Team Endpoint, to say the least. I should hopefully be getting into things very quickly. Short little introduction of myself, I suppose. My name is Scribcasts. Well, that's my Twitter. That's not my name. My alias is Scriv. And yeah, I'm going to be bringing you through this game this evening. So it should be good as we are just quickly getting into things. So starting on the T side, Team Endpoint, 2 players with the utility, possibly going for a bit of a Cloud9 play towards the B bomb site. I am completely wrong, of course. They're going towards A by the looks of things. The kit in the hands of Emmy. Very kindly, Valiance and Co have got their proper names in their pictures, so that's always nice. I won't look like a bit of an idiot mispronouncing anything, or, some of them have got slightly more characters in their name than they should. Either way, the execute coming in onto that A bomb site. Smoke over towards jungle and over towards stairs. They're slowly making their way out here, not just rushing straight out after the smokes go down. Getting the flashes in. There's a bit of a gap in this smoke. They've got to be careful of this. Letney going to pick up one. He finds a second as well, and they've got no idea where they're getting shot from. Pulse tag down to 40 HP. Letney find the third onto Weber. Back into a 2-on-2 as that bomb goes down. Hunter gooshed out. So a doable 2 versus 1 now for Luzzer, but unfortunately, Hunter will find his head and takes him down. So a little bit sad there for Team Endpoint, in all honesty. Letney on the edge of that smoke. It wasn't quite covering jungle perfectly, and he was just able to creep around that silence USP as well. Picks up 2 kills, and like I say, the terrorists unfortunately had no idea where they were getting shot from in the end. Of course, though, they did get the bomb down. So just going to go for a soft eco here. A few upgraded pistols. Maybe try and do a bit of economic damage and then pull those AKs out around early. It's always important keeping this pressure on, really. Making sure that your enemy team, no matter what side they're on, but I suppose it has more of an effect on the CTs if they have to keep buying up a bit more of an expensive economy. You want to keep that pressure on. Pulse picking up 1 kill is definitely going to do work. Weber and Neno on opposite sides of that smoke. Weber not expecting Neno, however, so Neno will win that one out with the UMP. Now it is all on Luzzer. He finds the head of Neno. On 22 HP though, and no armor, so he's going to have to pull off some pretty incredible shots to get even 1 more kill, I think, here. And he's up against 2 M4s in the immediate vicinity, and unfortunately will go down. But not a bad round from both teams, to be fair. Valiance keep the majority of their players alive. Endpoint still managed to do a little bit of economic damage, and so you're going to have, instead of possibly 4 or 5 players on M4s, you've got only 3. So there are 2 UMPs. I suppose it's always good. The mid-aggression coming in from the counter-terrorist side. Looks like the terrorists are actually ready for this one. Team Endpoint. The flash comes in, though. Absolutely blinds up Luzzer. He cannot do anything about that one. And he's also going to take down Mighty Max. Joxic in the corner there. Picks up Pulse unawares. And it seems to have all fallen apart for Team Endpoint here. Only 2 of them left. Weber has managed to upgrade his Galil to an AK, so I suppose that's the one saving grace. But if they opt to go for a save here, there's 1 minute and 10 minutes left, 10 seconds rather, left in the round. So I mean, it's a long time to stay alive. And if Valiance decide to go hunting, then they could quite easily pick up these last 2 players. Flash comes in from middle. Neno going to spot them out. Not take the fight again. Flash comes in again. This time a double peek will end Weber. Now it's all on Aaron, and unfortunately there's just too many players to deal with. He'll be the only one to pick up a kill for his team, however. So, a little bit of a weak start, unfortunately, for Team Endpoint here. I don't know, they still get that bomb down, they get the AKs out, but just very quickly fell apart towards middle, especially, picking up those 2 kills, and Team Endpoint just not able to answer back and get any trades in. So Valiance pretty much secured it from there. I think Pulse did try, but unfortunately for him, they were ready for it with Joxic in that corner. Now just on a few upgraded pistols here. Yet again, the soft... Ooh! Neno, calm down, bro. He's going for the ace. A couple of nice flick shots with the USP, only really possible in a round like this, I suppose, because of the nature of the buy. And he will pick up the ace, so a lovely little eco ace from Neno. Going to pay dividends for his personal economy and his personal confidence. He'll be ready for what is to come. Another buy coming out from Team Endpoint, though, and I think this is quite a key round. Valiance are going to start and run away with things if Team Endpoint aren't able to take this one. Flash comes in. Only blinds Letney a little bit, though, and he will pick up the kill onto Mighty Max. He's immediately into a 5 versus 4. Pulse slightly on the lurk there. There's quite a few players on both teams towards middle. Molotov comes in. Pulse, though, on the flank. They aren't ready for him. He picks up one, but caught with his knife out. Finds the head of Neno, however. So lucky to get away with that one. And now they've got A control on this terrorist side. He smokes out jungle as he knows that there's a few players playing towards window. And now CT is the next port of call for the CTs. Pulse, though, doing great work to open up that A-bomb side, but they've got to be ready that the players will already have rotated in. Emmy is on the A-bomb site, hidden behind triple. Whether they'll be ready for this is another question. Sorry, he's hidden behind double box there. Will pick up Weber as they are not ready for him. Spots out Pulse as well. Relaying that information. Picks up Pulse as he was only on 10 HP, and now it's on Luzzer, and he's not ready for Hunter. Unfortunate for Team Endpoint. Pulse did such a good job of opening up that A-bomb site. It admittedly got quite lucky as well with the second kill. But I think the bomb a little bit too far away, and you know, Team Endpoint not able to get there fast enough with the bomb, and therefore the rotates came in from Valiance, and they just weren't ready for the CTs to be so far pushed up onto the site. Another soft eco from them. The loss bonus stacking up now, as I'm sure you can imagine. So they get themselves a little bit of armor on a few players, but mostly just the Deagles and CZs. Or one CZ, rather. Aaron finding the head of Hunter. Neno will take down Mighty Max. So it's all evened up. But Letney's also on 10 HP. So definitely doable here for the T side. It's never really, at least in my book, never really advisable on the terrorist side when you're on sort of an eco or a force buy round to try and take mid control. It can be very, very difficult with that lack of utility and with the lack of weaponry to back it up. But they seem to have done a good job here. If you can hit the shots with the Deagles, I suppose. Clear out window, clear out short and connector. Ooh, a beautiful flash. Couple of headshots coming in here for the terrorist side, in fact. Pulse does go down to Joxic, but it's in a 2-on-2, and there are two very low HP players on either team. The bomb goes up to Luzzer as he's making his way down short. Got Letney to deal with. He's one of these low HP players. I think they've spotted each other out. The flash coming in here. Not going to blind up. Luzzer does find the head. Takes a lot of damage for it, but up against an AWP, it doesn't really matter too much at this point. That one grenade could end everything. Unfortunately, it does not, and Luzzer will capitalise. Takes down Joxic. Picks up the AWP. A beautiful round in the end from Team Endpoint. And against all odds, really, despite the fact that they had bought up the weaker weaponry, gone for the mid control, and yet again made me eat my words slightly, because they got the mid control and it allowed them to move up short and get on that B bomb site eventually. So I suppose a reverse of the caster's curse there. You know, the caster's blessing. I don't know. This is a key round, though, that Endpoint need to win, otherwise they're going to get themselves reset. Neno opening up onto Aaron is never a good start. Luzzer does have AWP in hand, so definitely a chance to trade a few kills back if he can hit his shots. He's been tagged down to 50, though, I believe, by a grenade. So again, not ideal. It's all quiet on the Western Front. Team Endpoint have slowed down the aggression. Coming in from the CT's Mighty Max with a beautifully timed peek. We'll take down Letney, even up that man advantage. Flash comes in, but no one's peeking. 50 seconds remaining. The execute comes in. They've got to check this corner, though. Surely. Ooh, the flash. Weber was out and not blinded. Emmy had thrown the flash, and Emmy had turned around for the flash, rather. Joxic doing a bit of work with the AWP. Neno as well. Picking up some kills. So back into a 2-on-2. Weber winning that fight is huge, and Mighty Max from short comes in with the flying AK headshot. That'll be a second round on the board for Team Endpoint. A key round as well, like I said. Don't want to get yourselves reset straight after winning a round. It's really not a good way to play Counter-Strike, honestly. Having your economy constantly reset if you're just going to win rounds here and there, then it's really going to be difficult to get anything done, to get rounds on the board. Close. Maybe if you waited a bit longer, Letney. Of course, he doesn't have X-ray. That would be cheating. Luzzer picks up Neno. Hunter, though, with the 5-7. Finds Mighty Max, a gun that we don't see very often anymore, in all honesty. As it does have that potential up close and personal, if you can use it, the one-shot headshot. Then the CZ kind of fires so fast it doesn't really matter. Emmy going to find one with the Deagle as well. We've now got Hunter with this AK doing a lot of damage. He picks up yet another kill. Luzzer is on low HP. Aaron on the edge of the smoke waits for Hunter patiently, though, and does find him. Oh, but the AWP of Joxic, again, doing work. The flash goes in. Aaron finds another. Is he going to be ready for Emmy to be here? He isn't, but he still finds the kill. A triple in the end. And the 1 versus 2 clutch from Aaron to keep his team in it. They almost had a taste of their own medicine there up against, you know, the weaker buy. Joxic doing great work with that AWP to pull it out and, you know, say, guys, trust me, I can win this round for us, and he almost did. Fortunate, if he'd have hit that last shot, he would have done, but Aaron, so well played to get up close and personal and understand that he's got that superior weaponry. Oh, Joxic though, man, with this AWP. Picks up Mighty Max in middle, Hunter there as well to keep the pressure on. Picks up another kill, does a lot of damage onto Luzzer. That nade almost finishes him off. And now he's pretty much trapped here. The jump up from Hunter will take him down eventually. Hunter, my man, is doing work in middle as he gets himself a 3k. Clean as you like. And now it's a 1 versus 5 for Pulse. I mean, he was off in Palace. Ooh, almost picking up a nice little double spray down there. Unfortunately, Neno will finish him off. But yeah, Pulse off in Palace. And all of a sudden, his teammates are dead. So, you know, he doesn't know what to do. Bless him. Gonna go for a buy here. Luz is able to pull out the AWP. Mighty Max is able to get a UMP. But it's not an ideal buy, especially against fully bought up or thereabouts. Not everyone's got kits on the CT side. Perhaps a little bit greedy with the money, because they certainly do have the money to do so. Bit of nade damage being done into the apps. Oh, the UMP, almost the master of that fight. Letney left on 3 HP. Swaps across the AWP. Hunter and Emmy, though, are holding down the B-bomb site. Doesn't really matter, as Emmy gets himself a triple kill on the eco there. Well, I mean, it wasn't really an eco, right? It was a force buy. So the economy of that Team Endpoint side, not ideal, and as you can see, Paul's coming in. They want to talk about what's going on, what's going wrong. You know, because this is kind of the turning point in the game, right? You have to consider these rifle rounds have been quite close, in fairness, due to the fact that, you know, Valiance and Co won that pistol, and then they got the one conversion round because the bomb was planted by Team Endpoint in the first round, and then did well, I suppose, to hold off against the AKs, but still, winning that pistol does give them quite the economic advantage in the early game. So it looks like, you know, there are 4 rounds between them, but in reality, when it comes down to the nitty-gritty and proper CS, as it were, in those gun rounds, it's a hell of a lot closer. Although saying that, Team Endpoint did start their string of rounds by winning a 4-spy. Either way, timeout is over here. And it's not much of a 4-spy. Pulse has got a smoke and a flashbang, so probably trying to do something with that one, I would imagine. Smoke over towards jungle is what I'm going to place my bets on. Possibly short. Does look like... Oh, it's actually going to be a sight smoke. That's quite clever. I do like that. Because now they're just going to run in and body block, get that bomb down. Only just, mind you. All on Weber, but... Ooh, the right-click grenade. Kobe! He goes down. Wow. Emmy picks up that kill with the grenade. Don't believe it. That was my, that was like my mock voice of people who always throw grenades and shout Kobe every time. I don't know, it just kind of triggers me a little bit. Either way, a good result from Team Endpoint, you know, getting that bomb down there. I do quite like that, because if you've got a player over towards CT, obviously, in a sense, they can't see people coming out of ramp. So it is quite clever. Pulse, unfortunately, going down to the double push towards ramp from the CTs. Very quickly into a 5 versus 4. The answer back from the terrorists onto that B-bomb site. Lizard B-hopping his way out. Unfortunately, gets taken down as his teammates are not quite close enough to help him out. Bomb will go down. There's some pretty decent post-plant positions coming in here. The flank is on the way from Letney, however, so it's going to be on Mighty Max to telegraph this, be ready for this. And if they can play the bomb, it's quite far ticked down at this point. So if they can play the bomb, there's definitely a chance for Team Endpoint here. Weber picks up one, immediately traded back, however. Letney on the flank, Mighty Max just looks away. The timing is incredible on that. And Aaron does pick up one, but unfortunately will go down, and there is time left to defuse that bomb. Valiance win that one out. Mighty Max is going to be absolutely... I wouldn't say kicking himself, but because it's not really his fault, right? It's the nature of CS. Timing, unfortunately, is a huge part of the game, and it's something that you can't really control. So, just such a shame. I feel like if he'd have been watching that as well, Letney slow peeked around the corner, so it would have been quite easy to just find his head. Just looked away as soon as Letney started to move around that corner, and obviously it cost him his life, and ultimately, the round, I think, if he'd have lived there, he's also in apps, he can just easily play the bomb. Or perhaps up against the AWP, maybe not, to be able to peek out, kill the diffuser, and survive. They would have had to have messed up their timing quite significantly on the Valiant side. Hunter on short with the AWP. Double AWP setup here from the CTs. Does get traded back by Luzzer. Going for a bit of an A split here. They push out ramp. Everyone is so blind on either side. Weber will find Neno. Joxic and Letney doing a great job, though, of holding this A-bomb site down. And now it's on Luzzer, who was on that lurk. On his way around. Finds the head of Letney. Flash goes in. Got 2 more to find. The bomb is dropped as well in the sightlines of the AWP. Emmy peeking up from stairs. Also misses the shot. Flash comes in. Blinds up Luzzer, but he manages to get away to Tetris. He's definitely got a chance here. He's got time to play with as well. can find one, there's a very good chance that he could find the second if he survives the trade. Oh, Emmy getting a bit aggressive, though, will spot out the corner of Luz's head and take him down in the end there. The 10-3 now, and I think Endpoint really do need these final 2 rounds. Otherwise, they're going to have their back constantly against the wall when it comes to the CT side. And they might have, you know, a very strong CT side. Personally, I haven't watched a lot of Team Endpoint to speak truth. I think I'm going to obviously get into it a hell of a lot more now, and they're in the Premiership and all that kind of stuff, and watch them there. But in terms of, for now, I'm not quite sure how strong their CT side could possibly be. But with it being Mirage, it is classically CT-sided. Trading 1-for-1. Not expecting Joxic to be holding the angle so closely with the Yorp. He will go down, though. Gets a bit greedy, perhaps. It could be another round that Team Endpoint steal away against all the odds. Hunter, though, on the flank will find Mighty Max, and Pulse drops the bomb also. So now it's just on Weber, who was playing for that mid smoke to allow his teammates to push safely into connector, and maybe if he'd have been a bit quicker, or if they'd have just run straight in, may have been a chance that they would get away from Hunter in that situation. And Hunter, all the way back round on the flank, will take down Weber. So 11-3. Ball's coming in here. Not quite sure who for. I feel like probably Team Endpoint at this point, because it is a very important round. Simply because they just need it. They need all the rounds that they can get at this point, and there's only one left. So, again, it's going to be a difficult second half. I think it goes without saying that Team Endpoint need the pistol here, and then need to string together, win that first gun round, and string together a few rounds, maybe 4, 5, maybe even 6, I would say, in a row, on the counter-terrorist side. So 7 in a row in total. And then you even the scoreline up to 11-10, and your kind of margin for error is slightly smaller, larger. I think is the phraseology I'm going with. Yeah, you have a small margin for error. You can't move off of the beaten path too much or whatever. So yeah, a larger margin for error is what they're hoping for once they string some rounds together. That all remains to be seen. Letney has other ideas. As he will take down Weber in middle. The flash comes in. Almost a triple spray down from Hunter, who's actually Emmy, who helped out with that second kill as well. So damage being done by both the terrorists over on B there. Joxic now to finish it up with a beautiful flick. And that's a 12-3 half in favour of Valiance and Co. Like I said at the beginning, this Valiance team are a formidable opponent. They're a very strong side at the moment. They've been together for quite a while. This is a team that I'm kind of familiar with. There was a league that started back in September of last year and ran all the way through until I want to say the end of November. Sort of like an ESL Pro League type deal, but for this region they're from, in the Balkans, and they were one of the stronger teams in that region, up against teams you guys might have heard of, like Mortal Kombat, the Spy Leader and everyone team before that broke up. So they're a formidable opponent to anyone, not just the Team Endpoint. They're a very good side at this kind of tier 2, tier 3 of Counter-Strike, in all honesty. But we'll see. Team Endpoint may have a crazy CT side up their sleeve. Who knows? We're about to find out. Kit in the hands of Mighty Max and the smoke as well. A conventional kind of setup. And you've got a nade, a smoke and a flashbang. A smoke, a flashbang, and a P250. So slightly different, perhaps. And going for a different pistol as well. They smoke over towards... Ooh! Connector. Emmy finds a CT player on the edge of that smoke. Pulse now has got to find these kills. He finds one, but unfortunately runs out of ammo there and will get taken down. The bomb has been planted. 4 versus 3. As it's the rotators now Without coming in, Mighty Max jumps in through window. Hunter will find Luzzer. It was sort of a bit of a bait, I think, from Mighty Max there for Luzzer to get that kill. Hunter as well will finish off Mighty Max. So now, all on Weber and instantly goosed. You hate to see it. Joxic will take him down, and that's 13-3. And in all honesty, boys, I think this might just secure the game for Valiance. They're going to get these 2 conversion rounds. Hunter is unreal. He's like 19 as well. I'm pretty sure. Pretty crazy. Like I said, they're just a really, really good team. I think anyone in the ESEA main would be frightened to go up against Valiance right now. In their current form. Bros. I'm not 100% sure. I want to say Mighty Max, but I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. Someone else in the chat can probably corroborate or tell me if I'm an idiot. Either way, 13-3 as the B hit is coming in. We're seeing these Cloud9 smokes that they use so very often in the major. Cover short, and they just jump and focus on the site. Because essentially, the way that teams generally play this is 1 on site, 1 on short. So you're isolating that short player. Mighty Max shut down on the flank. Aaron, however, has picked up 2 kills, got himself a UMP as well, so a little bit more money in the bank. Now it's all on Pulse. They're all 1 shot, but he's running away to save because, of course, he doesn't know that. So he's just going to save that scout going into the next round, and it will be 14-3 as we get ourselves into round number 18. Finds Letney. This is one of the things, though. So Endpoint, right? Get kudos in my book as like a caster, because on the right hand side, right, you've got V&Co, because it says V&Co and then the name, so it's quite hard. And as well, they've got like extra characters, so it's like Letney, Neno, Emmy, not Nemi, you know, Joxic and Hunter. But then on the left-hand side, they've got end, full stop, and a space. So it's like there's a clear line in between the organization name and the player name. So they may be losing this game, but they're good guys. They're good guys. Anyway, Execute coming in here from V&Co, still showing all that respect despite being so far ahead. Up against another Force Buy as well. Endpoint playing for the win here. On the edge of the smoke, Hunter going to go flying in, finds one, will get taken down. The bomb has gone down though, and Neno is finished off Pulse. So into a 4 versus 3. Aaron also on 30 HP, it must be considered. He does have a kit in hand. Letney all the way round on that flank, which of all the players is a little bit confusing because he's got a Mac 10. So if it comes to the defuse, he might not be able to fight very well. But unfortunately, or fortunately for him, he's not going to be required, as Joxic and Neno will clean up that round. Bring it to 15-3 in the end. Another Force Buy coming in. Pulse has got money to pull out the AWP, so there's definitely a chance to surprise Valiance and Co, at least with that one. As they won't be expecting it, I would imagine. Another Mac 10 leading the way, though, in the hands of Letney. Mighty Max will take down Hunter. Aaron finds 2 with the Deagle, so giving himself and his team a chance in this round. He will eventually go down, but it's into a 4-on-3. Definitely done his 4-on-2 rather. He definitely done the damage for this round. The bomb will go down. Weber looking to deny the plant here. We'll never know how that story ended. Running straight through the smoke though, Letney. What are you doing, madman? As he gets taken down, and Weber will finish off Neno. So, Team Endpoint do manage to win a round, and Aaron's got himself a nice couple of kills for the highlight reel. That's for sure. But now it is a question of whether they can make this monumentous comeback possible. They've got to win 11 rounds in a row from henceforth, and you know, the fashion that this works now is they have to be winning rounds convincingly as well. If they're coming down to clutches and things like that, so that their economy is not getting solidified, especially on that CT side, then they'll be having weaker buys going forward and whatnot, even if they are winning the rounds, and therefore it makes it harder for them to continue to win rounds. So they really do, at least before, you know, they win a round via a clutch, they need to start winning convincingly. This round right here, they need to lose 1, maybe 2 players, and it's a good start so far as they pick up 2 kills over towards middle. Pulse and Luzza chiming in. So it's into a 5v3 very quickly. Make it a 5 versus 2 as Pulse will also find Neno coming alive here, it would seem, with their backs against the wall. That Molotov, how it burns Mighty Max, I will never know, to be honest with you. 2 more kills going back the way of Valiance now. So into a 3-on-2. Letney, though, is on 18 HP, and Weber, I think, has heard him over towards short. The call will come in. Luzza will find him. And now it is all on Joxic. 1 versus 3 with the AWP. He has been really good with this AWP, in all honesty. Smoke goes in. Oh, he's going to try and play through the smoke here, and it's going to work out. Oh, what is going on? The knife kill doesn't come to fruition, as I think he got, was it Luzza? I think Luzza got blinded by his teammate. And yeah, and then his teammate picked up the kill. So it's all good. It works out in the end. Only losing a couple of players there as well. Kind of the ideal situation. Pulse is very low on personal economy, but the team economy is getting there. They've also pulled out the double AWP setup, because, I mean, you might as well at this point, when your back is firmly against the wall as it is. I think I see what you're saying, like, but I feel there'd still be an in-game leader, right? Because even if you play in, well, I guess when you say defaults, you mean like default executes. There'd still have to be someone calling that out, because you can't have everyone, because everyone's going to have a bit of a different idea of what they want to do in the round. Aaron, loving that round, gets himself a 4K eco. Spray down. But yeah, I think I know what you mean. But there'd still have to be someone dedicated to making that call. But in terms of mid-round calls, they probably don't have anyone distinctively telling, you know, everyone what to do. It's more of a team effort in that respect. Because by my knowledge, right, I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not a pro player by any standard. But by my knowledge, a default is you just set up across the map in all the different spots to make sure no one's getting aggressive. But I mean, it might be, you know, terminology that's kind of synonymous also with default executes. So, you know, I could be wrong in that respect. Emmy going to take down Mighty Max as the only B player immediately. Pulse and Weber do chime back in. So it's into a 3-on-3. Hunter as well is left on 50 HP. And importantly here, the bomb is dropped. The flank coming in from Aaron could pay dividends. Doesn't matter whether he gets taken down. Pulse will find one. He finds a second on the site as well. Neno has picked up the flank, but they're going to be aware of where he is playing from. 40 seconds remaining on the clock. Luzza watching the window, gets the tag, tags him down to 4 HP. The grenade goes in, not going to be able to find him, however. But Pulse should have an easy job of finishing this one off, surely. They're not going to be sure that he's tagged up, in fairness. So there's a chance, if he finds Pulse, and Luzza misses his shot, then there's definitely a chance to take this one. But like I say, 4 HP, and he will get taken down, just kind of creeping out the doorway there. So, a good few rounds, maybe at this point too little too late. Perhaps. But there's still a chance. It's looking good. They're winning these rounds reasonably well. Their economy is getting there now. So they can afford to allow these rounds to come a little bit closer to the wire. Although ideally, you know, again, you want to be winning them decisively. 8 more rounds to overtime. Not as monumentous a hill to climb. it must be said. And I feel like they should get this round as well. Emmy with a beautiful 1v onto Weber. Hunter as well finds Pulse. So it's actually in a 3-on-3. Aaron will take down Hunter, but Neno is there to trade. So the trades are coming in here from this terrorist side. They bring it into a 2-on-2. Not quite sure what the plan is at the moment. Going to go together, it would seem. Neno was kind of rotating around to Palace. And they've only got one player to deal with directly on the site. Is Luzza playing towards jungle. So if they can hit the trades again, you know, he's got this AWP. He finds Neno shoulder peeking out, though, and gets away. Because Letney is nowhere near, and now the flank coming in as well. So all Luzza has to do here is play patiently. There's been such a slow flank from Mighty Max. Don't think Letney's going to be expecting this. He feels like he's going to be over towards short. Kind of running around in, well, walking around in circles at the moment, though, as Letney's actually towards jungle. So again, the CT's got to be aware of this. Mighty Max right next to each other. You will spot out Letney eventually. Could have gone south for sure. But there you go. So 15-8, maybe a little bit closer than in a round like that you would expect it to be up against, you know, the pistol buy. But still, getting the rounds on the board, that's what counts. Another key round that they need to win decisively here if they want to stay in this. A little bit of a cheeky one-way from Luzza. Not spotting anything. The nade does a little bit of damage, but not too much. Now he's going to be looking over towards underpass. Just as the smoke fades, Mighty Max finds two, comes alive in this round. He has been rather quiet for this game. Hunter will trade him back, bringing it into a 4-on-3. Emmy almost going down. Actually, it'll be Hunter in window to find Luzza. Back into a 3-on-3. Hunter doing work for his team. Pulse, however, is ready for him this time. Puts a stop to the craziness. So again, man advantage in favour of Team Endpoint. Emmy on 23 HP as well. So it's not looking the easiest of rounds to win for Valiance. Molotov over towards CT is going to allow the bomb to go down. Aaron, however, is pushed up already. Whether they're going to be expecting him to be so close, I feel like it's a bit more of a deterrent. And Flash comes in. Pulse will go down. Neno, however, trading the kills back. So it's into a 1-on-1 now. Weber against Neno. Weber does have the kit. And he's got the smoke. He's making a lot of noise here. And it's not planted for Neno. He's walking. Oh, he thinks it's a fake. This is easy round. And an easy 1-versus-1 clutch. Unfortunately, Neno, the bomb just planted on the wrong side for him. It was not planted for him at all in the end there. So he will get taken down. Well, he will lose the round, I suppose. Not taken down. He did survive, I guess. But his team were going to have enough money to buy up into the next round anyway. But again, it's that situation, you know. They've got money to buy in this round, but they really need to make sure to keep a lot of players alive here. Otherwise, even if they do win the round, their buy is going to be a hell of a lot weaker than they would want if they lose too many players, due to the fact that that one came down to a 1-versus-1 clutch in the end. Mid control has been achieved by the T side. They hope to, I believe, by the looks of things, go for a bit of an A split here. Another smoke going in towards window, so a lot of utility being used to keep this mid control. The aggression coming in from the CTs here. Emmy will pick up Pulse though. Aaron trades him back, but Emmy so far picking up 2 over towards middle. Max just in the smoke right now, doesn't fancy going for it, so it's a 4-versus-2 in favour of Valiance. As we get into the final 50 seconds of this round. Oh, the flashbang completely messed up there by Hunter. Joxic still able to find the kill, however, onto Luzza. So 4 versus 2, and this really comes down to it. Mighty Max has got to find some kills here. He will get taken down immediately, though, so it's all on Weber. The last hope here for Team Endpoint to keep them in this one. Finds one over towards Connector. Spots out a second. He's ready for the peak, but unfortunately not ready for the AWP. Joxic will take him down, and that'll be the game. Going the way of Valiance and Co in the end there.